Hello, and welcome to How to Create a Survey Using Google Forms. You can create surveys in Google Forms by logging into Google, which you could use a Gmail account, or you can use your RCC student email account, since you know it's powered through Google. So we will sign in. You would use your normal email address at student.richmondcc.edu. And once you get into Google, your page may look like this, or it may take you straight to email, but in either way, you should have in the top right-hand corner this set of boxes, which is Google Apps. If you click on there, you'll see several different apps. There's your Gmail, so if you need to move around inside Google. There's YouTube, Maps, some other various things, but what we want is Google Drive. Google Drive is an online storage space, okay, powered by Google. You see folders here, and you see some documents here. You can create documents inside Google Drive, or you can upload them from other outlets, okay, from Microsoft Word and such. So if I click on New, I could create folders. I could upload files like photos. It's an online storage space, kind of like a cloud. Google Docs is like Microsoft Word, Sheets is like Excel, Slides is like PowerPoint, and if I go to More, I'll see Google Forms. Okay, I'm going to click on Google Forms. I will see a blank form here. I can give the form a title. Math 152 Survey Example. Of course, your survey title or form name will let us know what the survey is about. Okay, but just for a nice title right here. You can also add a description to go with it, but it's not necessary. Make sure you do include your name in the title. Okay, so want to create a question. Now it's ready to go for one question here. If we need more questions, we can add them in a moment. But we can do text questions. One question I want you to put in is, what is your class number? Okay. So once again, even after the question, we could put some type of information if it was a confusing question or needed some explanation. But we want the user to be able to respond to this question by typing in an answer. So if we go to question type, we can change that to text. That will allow the user to type in whatever they need to. Okay, you can look at the options here, but for our class, we're just going to use text and multiple choice. So with text, you'll see the question, and you'll see a space allowing them to answer. We want to make sure that all our questions, the user actually responds. So we're going to make this a required question. So if they leave it blank, it won't let them submit the form. Okay, we can hit done, and that's a text question. Okay, where the user actually types in an answer, numerical or other. Okay, let's add another question and actually do a multiple choice. What is your favorite color? Okay, multiple choice. If it wasn't there, we could select it, but we might have some options here: red, blue, green, and possibly other. Okay, probably want to stay away from other unless it's a very rare answer. But once again, we'll make this a required question, and we'll click done. And if we wanted to add another question, we could. But our survey here looks very bland. One thing I do want to make sure you do is come down to the bottom and uncheck uncheck the show link to submit another response. If this is checked, it kind of encourages people to take the survey over and over, which is not what you want. So uncheck that. All right, so survey looks pretty bland. We can always come back to edit questions up here, but if we go to change theme, you can scroll through the themes here if you like. But if you want to look a little bit better, you can click on one. You can always change it. But this gives us a little bit better looking survey. If we want to see how it looks when we send it out, we can go to View Live Form. Okay, if you didn't see that, view live form. You can actually take the survey here. So if you wanted to answer the questions, you could submit. Okay, your response has been recorded. Let me go back and do it one more time. Oop. View live form. So I took it twice. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, but we don't want anybody to actually do that. Okay, it'll tell you it's been taken. So I just wanted to put in a couple responses there, and so I can show you right here where it says view responses. Okay, if you notice up here it says we have 2 responses to the survey, so let's view them. So we click here, and it'll give us a spreadsheet showing us the responses. Okay, so over here it tells us the date and time someone responded, and it actually gives us their responses here. So if you're not sure if you've done it right or you're worried that it's not going to work, you can always try it out using that view live form and go in and look at your responses. Now one thing, if you do that, you probably should go in, highlight these responses, and delete them just so they don't get mixed in with data when people actually take your survey for real. Okay, so I'm going to delete those, and it's no problem. All right, now one thing about Google Drive and Google Docs is that as you're working, as long as you're online, it saves things automatically. So you don't have to keep saving. If you change something and then log out, it's going to save your last version. So don't think that you can get away with not saving and keep something that you did, 20 minutes earlier. Okay, it's real time. Okay, so I'm going to close this out, and what I want to do is actually show you how to share the form. So at all times it looks like up here there is send form in the corner. Okay, so I could be on one of these other ones too, possibly, but send form. And it'll give me a couple options. Just to go through them, you could share the link through social media here. You could put in some email addresses and just send it to certain people, or you can take this link here and actually copy it and paste it in an email anywhere you'd like to share it or get it out to other people. Okay, so if I was to put that in an email and send it out to everyone in the office would have a link to my form. Okay, you can take that and you can put it in your browser or another browser and actually see if it works. Okay, it should. But the way you're going to share this with me is I'm going to create another form, and you're actually going to take the link and actually post it in that form and submit it. And it'll say your response has been recorded. Okay, but make sure the link works before you submit it. Okay, and then we'll talk about what to do with it next week after we get all our forms created. Thank you.